Today I'm going to be talking about GypsyCrusader. I already made a video about him before, but didn't go into as much detail as I'd like to now do. So this will be the better video about the topic, going into detail about his life before, what he's now known for, and what he's up to currently. I made hints about wanting to make an update video on him in the past, and even responded to some comments on my last video about him, admitting that this was one of the next planned videos. Some of the media is hard to find, so other people's videos will have to be used, but it's mainly just for clips in certain moments. But to start, Paul Nicholas Miller, also known as GypsyCrusader on the internet, is a 35-year-old man who lived in New York and grew up in New Jersey. He used to be a reporter on Telegram that had a huge 40,000 following, going to political and radical events and reporting on them. He also was doing some public stuff like going into Instagram offices asking why Republican politicians were getting banned.
Alright guys, so we are here, we are outside Instagram studios. I'm gonna walk in. I already walked in earlier. I asked if they would let me take a tour. They said no. So let's go ask them. Let's go ask them. Do you guys want to talk about the what's it called? The banning of Republicans across the internet?
I don't want to talk about
You guys don't want to talk about any of that? Do you guys want to talk about any of that? Violating everyone's First Amendment? Do you guys care about that you're working for a company that's violating the First Amendment for millions of Americans across the country? Listen, I don't want any trouble. I just want to ask questions. That's it. I don't want any trouble. You know, that's all I want. I just want to ask questions on what's going on and why is it that you guys are, no one's going to answer any questions. I just want to know why you guys are banning Republicans across the internet. That's all I want to know. I just want to know. That's it. Nobody's going to say nothing? No one's going to say anything? Nothing? So everyone's gonna just ignore it? It's the First Amendment, guys. I mean, seriously, it's like the right to freedom of the press. You know? No one's gonna say nothing? You guys banned a page of mine with over 12,000 followers just on journalism. It was just the news. I don't want any trouble, guys. I just want to know what's going on. That's it. That's all I want to know. I just want to know what's going on. I don't want any trouble.
Brother, come on, we gotta go.
I'll leave.
Listen,
I'll leave. I
understand.
understand. I'll leave. No
You're
problem.
gonna be trespassing.
No, you got it. I'll leave. I'll
okay?
leave. I don't want any trouble. I just
want any trouble
I
either.
just wanted to ask my questions,
Okay.
and that's it. That's it. I don't want any
You
trouble.
just advise you're not welcome here.
I
Go.
understand. So
2 more seconds, you're gonna be locked up for
No, I
trespassing.
understand. I'm leaving. I'm just
Okay,
asking. So
let's
do you agree with them banning the First Amendment?
Let's
do you
go.
agree with it? No.
Let's go.
It's a fascist company, sir. You don't think so?
Okay.
You don't think so? You don't think that's right? Do you think it's right?
Have a good night.
Can I just ask? Do you don't think it's right?
Have a good night.
Nothing?
Have a good night.
Nothing? Really? Wow, guys. So that's Instagram for you. There's a bunch of people in there, and not one person would answer a question about the censorship that's going on against conservatives. They throw me out. They don't want to be. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. They ban you. You come down. You try to talk to them. Nice, and they just don't want to talk to you about nothing. I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. It's crazy, really crazy. I wanted to go inside to the 14th floor, but the fascists in there won't let me. They're all in there. And that's it, guys. That's they have taken away the First Amendment, and they don't want to answer any questions about it. That's it. Unbelievable.
And also went to CNN offices talking about how they fake stories.
Sorry guys, I have to do this. CNN is fake news. They engaged in propaganda for 2 years against the American people. They need to be shut down. This place is a joke, and I'm here to tell you that you owe the American people an apology. I'm sorry, officer. I will leave. I will leave right now. I'll leave right now, officer. There's no problem. I don't want any trouble. I just had to say that on behalf of 63 million Americans.
You say your piece.
Thank you. Thank you, officer. CNN is fake news. You guys spread propaganda for 2 years against the president. You owe 63 million Americans an apology. Apologize. Apologize for what you did. You lied. There was no collusion. You guys are propagandists. You're not journalists. This place should be shut down. It should go out of business just like the New York Times. CNN is fake.
Paul was more right-leaning but not an extremist at this time. He had a career in kickboxing and Muay Thai, going 7-7. He was at one point the champion and also another point a #1 ranked fighter in the World Kickboxing Association, which is actually credited as one of the oldest and longest amateur and pro boxing sanctioners. I can only find a couple of his fights online. I couldn't find any Sherdog, Tapology, BoxRec, or any other record-keeping website for his fights that was like for sure him. I'm really into MMA and like to dig deep into stuff like this, and also wanted to see how he fought. So I like to dig deep into stuff like that and like see who he's fought. But the only fights I could find was one of them fighting for the belt, and another one where he is like not fighting for the belt. It's just another fight of his. He does seem to be a loudmouth in the ring too. I guess he tries to play the mental game. Pretty interesting watching and seeing him like try to talk trash to the person while also, you know, doing all that stuff. He was in talks of having fight of the year against a dude named Ian Hastings, who I couldn't find anything about. But after a motor vehicle incident, he would not be able to compete anymore, so he focused on being a coach and trainer. There's some footage of his training videos online as well, where he gives like, you know, advice for basics and more. He also did training in person. Like, that was his main thing, is that he did in-person training at the place he used to train at. But going back to Telegram, he accumulated a huge following on it, doing his reports. He'd also go to other social medias and live stream the events he was at there. Telegram is a messaging app that encrypts, or to say it simpler, hides from outside sources looking in to your messages. I'm guessing there's a following system on there, and it's kind of like a group chat or Discord in a way. I personally have never used it, so I am not completely sure how it works, but Paul would post vlogs, updates, and reports on there and YouTube.
Street people, man, you gonna see. Look at this. Instagram, huh? I was just at Instagram headquarters because they ban everybody. I swear to God, I was just there. It's on YouTube. They threw me out. Yep, they threw me out. They're banning Republicans and everybody else across the internet. And I went there to ask them why, and they threw me out. Yep, they blocked me in real life. A real life block. You gotta have fun.
Ever. And like men can't handle it. They're like so.
Yeah, we get so triggered about it, let me tell you. So triggered. Oh my God. She's got something that's gonna trigger men. Oh no. Oh no. The feminist. Oh no. What you got, brother? Jokes for 25 cents. Insults and bad advice. Pictures. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Only in America.
We need your help and support. How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Homophobic?
Oh, is he? So is that why he sleeps with girls?
He doesn't sleep with them.
Oh, no, are you sure? Is that why he tells them to give them massages and all the rest of it?
He's never done
On the
that.
island with Bill Clinton?
Were you there?
With Bill Clinton, is that why?
I'm sorry, but were you there to see that for yourself?
The flight logs show it.
I'm sorry, were you there to see that?
The flight logs show that Bill Clinton was there and he's taken on a bunch of trips to Epstein Island, Orgy Island. What about it?
I'm sorry, but President Clinton is a different story.
President Clinton is a different story?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
okay.
I don't know President Clinton.
How long have you known Jeffrey?
10 years.
10 years. And then how did you meet him?
I asked him for directions.
You asked him for directions.
I was at the airport and I was asking him if he knew for my gate. He was reading a paper and he directed me to the people that were there.
What's your name, ma'am?
He struck up a conversation?
No, I struck a conversation with him.
Okay. And you guys became friends?
You're gonna go try to find him? Maybe go talk to some more human traffickers? No, you sure?
Not like
No? You ain't gonna talk to no more human traffickers, you sure? Can I follow you? What if I follow you? Are you gonna call Jeffrey when you get back? Are you gonna call any of your human trafficker friends? Huh? No? You sure? Jackie's the name, right? 10 years you've known Epstein, paid for your college,
Helped you go through real estate school? You people are monsters. You're monsters. You know well what he did to those girls. You know what he did to them. And when you talk to him in jail cell, you could tell him that he's been trafficking women for a long time, and people know the truth. They know. And they're not going to put up with it anymore. I'm here in front of Jeffrey Epstein.
You don't think that they're going to get along? So you don't think that they're going to get along at all?
No way.
Saudi Arabia and Iran will not talk. But why? Is it just because they're Sunni and Shia? Is that basically the real reason? So there's no way in the world. Well, do you think that Iran?
Once they might consider Israel, not.
Oh yeah, so Saudi Arabia and Israel are okay now.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Yes. So now they want to agree with this because they're different, totally different, and I don't know. Sometimes.
Who do you think? What do you think about the Palestinians?
Palestinians are poor people. They are very innocent. Actually, they are
But
very
it's not your guys'
intelligent.
problem.
They are very intelligent. They are very educated people.
Yes, but you know what I think about what I say to the Muslim world? It's not your guys' problem. Why does Saudi Arabia and Iran and Syria and why do they care what happens to the Palestinians? You know what I mean? When did the Palestinians help them? You know what I mean? What's the point?
I have to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Right, you don't know, right? What's the point, right?
The innocent people, they are getting crushed.
Right. No, I agree that there's some, there's some turbulence between, Israel and Palestine. That's, 100%. But what is the point of the other Muslim countries coming to the defense of Palestine? When does Palestine ever does is make trouble. Don't you agree? Wouldn't it be easier if they would just get along with Israel and try to make a deal? What if Jordan cut out a space for Palestine? Wouldn't that be nice?
This is their head and this their own heads. They decide. Like Trump decide whatever he wanted to do. That's the way their head decide. So it's very difficult. Innocent people get crushed.
God bless you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. No, that's what it is.
No, but you know what?
It's a real life.
I pray for peace.
Yeah,
I want peace in the Holy Land. That's what I want.
I know, but
for everyone.
This is real life.
I hope so. Yeah, it's real life. That's exactly right. Sometimes it don't work that way.
That's right.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, I got it all.
I'm with the legend right now, Ken.
Exactly. I'm out here just trying to give people the truth, you
Right,
know?
there was people walking up behind you.
Yeah, you never know. And I got patriots looking out for my back, seeing people coming up behind. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was walking with my man Ken here, and I was just telling him that there's not even really a point of talking to them anymore. They're insane. They're delusional. Anything you say to them, it just goes in one ear and out the other. So what's the point of even trying to find common ground with them anymore, Ken?
They're fixing their ways, unfortunately. And we have to blame mainstream media for a great deal of this. Because even after the Mueller report came out, you still have the media pushing it full speed ahead. We blame the media for the conditioning of
this insanity. They drove these people insane. You know what, Ken? Thank you so much.
Yo, we got it, buddy, man. Later, you got it, man.
Brother.
Later. Thank you.
The FBI building, the J. Edgar Hoover building. This is it. The FBI. The people who are not doing their jobs. I came here because these people are not doing their jobs at all. And someone needs to tell them that not only are we're not going to stand for it, that people are going to come here and they're going to do this. You people are hereby put on notice that you engage in criminal activity and sedition against this republic, and the American people are aware of it. They know the truth. They know what you did. Instead of raiding the house of Roger Stone, you need to raid the house of Hillary Clinton and James Comey. I know you can hear me. People engaged in treason. Peter Strzok lied. He entrapped General Flynn. He entrapped him, a general of 30 years. And he lied. And he made this man face prison time. It's insane. Please stop this. We're begging you from the American people.
Hey guys, so today Gavin is having a meetup in New York and the Proud Boys are going, and from what I understand, I believe Antifa is going to be there. So I am going to go and I'm going to bring you guys coverage from it. I'm going to try to go live on Instagram for some of it. I will also be taking some video and putting it on YouTube, so it'll be a little bit of both. I hope you guys tune in and watch. Right now I'm waiting for a student of mine to train them, and then it should be around 6 o'clock, 6:30 that I go down there and start like really posting like what's going on. I'll show like when I meet up with the Proud Boys and all that stuff too online on my story. But I'll have the big footage later on. So please tune in and watch. And I just want to give a big thanks to everyone who donated. God bless you all. You made it possible for me to go and buy some stuff that I really needed to go. Thank you so much. You're the best.
And on October 12th of 2018, the day that changed everything, Paul Miller would attempt to go to a Proud Boys meetup. The Proud Boys are an all-male far-right group that is against the government, supposedly also encouraging political violence and being a militant organization. They don't claim to be white, but also seem to have a lot of members that do support those type of beliefs. They also have been titled a street gang and declared a terrorist group in Canada and New Zealand. But to go on, Paul Miller would attempt on October 12th of 2018 to get into one of the Proud Boys events where they were doing a political speech to make a report on it. But he wasn't able to get in due to not having a ticket to get in, and the tickets were sold out. When he was walking away or around the event, members of Antifa, a far-left terrorist group in the United States known for riots, looting, stealing, harassment, and violence, were also outside the event planning to protest. The terrorist group members, 20-year-old Fibar Slonim, 20-year-old Kai Russo, and 35-year-old Caleb Perkins saw Paul as he was walking around or away from the event after being denied entry and started attacking him. They also stole his backpack that had things like the keys to his house and his wallet in it.
Not a huge gathering of Antifa on the other side, but they are there. I don't know if things are going to get violent. There's a heavy police presence, so we should be fine, God willing. There's the liberals. There they are. The idiots. There's the idiots. There they are.
Why don't you have more?
You're outnumbered.
Go home to your cats.
I don't know if they're going to do anything, guys. I want to go over there and instigate it, but the cops are here, so we'll be nice. I want to fuck him up real bad. Cops are here, so Why do you hide your face? Why hide the face? No, you don't. All right. They don't want to ask. They don't want to ask any questions. What do you want? Watch him up. I'll knock you out. I was just recording. All I was doing was recording. Yes, sir. Officer, all I did was record. Officer, please, I didn't want to fight him. He got like this. I didn't know what he was gonna do. I was recording, sir, and then he came in my face. He's like, "But what's your problem?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just recording." Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. I elbowed him in the face.
Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
The far-left group, Antifa, strikes again.
So what happened tonight? I went out to the Antifa rally. I got into a fight, as you can see. It was about 10 of them and one of me. And it was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Antifa is a terrorist organization. They are out of their minds. They robbed me as well. As I was fighting with them, I dropped my bag. In my bag I had my wallet and my house keys. So I'm a little bit scared and worried about that.
but I'm on the way home now. I tried to go there and get you guys some coverage. I'll put it on YouTube when I get back. It was a crazy experience, and I'm just happy that I'm okay. And there was a lot of people who saved my life today, and I just want to thank them. God bless you.
This event landed him a news interview. The people who ended up helping Paul during the fight were members of the Proud Boys.
This is huge news. CRTV just reached out to me, and they want me to do an interview with them, and they want me to tell the truth about what happened that night. I'm going to do the interview, I'm pretty sure. My parents are a little bit worried. I'm worried about it too. I don't want someone to like come throw a brick through the window of the house or bother them, but I'll try to just keep my identity online a little bit anonymous. But this is a great timing. We can expose this right before the election, and we can get this out there, and we could show people the truth that Antifa is the mob. Antifa is the problem. Antifa attacked me. They attacked my friend. They tried to literally kill me in the streets of New York, and they need to be stopped. So I'm going to do the interview. I hope you guys will check it out. I hope you guys will tune in. I'll let you guys know when it's going down. And this is an unbelievable break. God works in mysterious ways. And just, I'm so happy that I could help the movement in this way.
Police in New York are investigating a recent Antifa attack on Republicans as a hate crime and hope to prosecute those involved in the planned violence. One America's Christopher Carter spoke with a survivor of an attack and has more from New York.
I'm here with Paul Miller, who was at the Metropolitan Republican Club the evening that Antifa disrupted the speech by Gavin McInnes and the Proud Boys. Now, Paul, thank you so much for joining One American News.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having me.
You have a very unique story about what happened that night. Tell us about when you first went down to the club that night, what you saw.
It was just a crowd of about maybe 70, 80 Antifa members screaming and chanting and wild like animals out front of the Republican Club.
These protesters, did they have weapons on them?
I think they did, because they had the signs that they were chanting with, and the signs had like these big wood, like the sign was on itself. It was like this big wood piece. It's dangerous.
Like a 2x4 with something in it or something like that?
Yes, and then they had the sign on the top. You could have anything in there, a nail or something, you don't know.
We know this was a popular event for conservatives. Gavin McInnes, the founder of the Proud Boys, was speaking. He draws a lot of controversy across the nation when he speaks. You went to the event and couldn't get in. You were turned away. What happened then?
I was turned away from the event, and they sold out. So me and a friend, we was walking down the street and coming up 84th Street when we saw Antifa coming towards us. And as they were coming towards us, I knew that they were after us. I handed my phone to my friend. I told her to run. She said, "What about you?" I said, "Don't worry about me, you run." And she took off running down the street. 5 of them started to engage us. They tried to grab her. I grabbed him, pulled him back into the fight. I'm fighting with them. As I was fighting with them, I dropped my bag, and 5 more of them came. These are in black masks, in black clothes. They looked so scary, dangerous.
Now, just so our viewers know, Paul, you have a background in self-defense, correct?
Yes, I do. I studied and trained Muay Thai for 8 years. That's the only reason that I look like this, and I'm not all in a hospital someplace.
So tell me about what happened when you were in this fight then. Who came to your assistance? Who helped you?
As I ran away from them because there was too many, these 2 men who are heroes, Gavin and Jake, they literally, when other people would have walked away in the streets of New York, these 2 men sat there and helped me fight these guys. Gavin took one, Jake took one, and I took one. It was unbelievable. Something out of a movie.
And then the police came and arrested them, correct?
Yes. Thank God that the friend that I helped get away, she ran and got the cops, and the NYPD, God bless them, came in guns blazing, tackled them all to the ground. Then they got up. They started trying to assault the police officer, screaming at the police officer, screaming at me, I'm a Nazi. It was crazy.
And you're not a member of the Proud Boys or a member of the Republican Club. You just went as a spectator to see it.
No, I'm not a member of the Proud Boys. I know them, but I'm not a member, and I'm not a member of the Republican Club there. I'm a Republican committee, but not there, and I just went there to see.
Paul Miller, you're very lucky. Thank you so much for telling One American News what happened.
Thank you guys for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me tell my story.
After they helped him, the people that attacked Paul got arrested, but the case was thrown out for reasons unknown, and Antifa now had a target on Paul's back. Blaming him for the fight, They would also then start harassing, doxing him, and getting him fired from his job. After this, he would make a YouTube channel called GypsyCrusader, where he recorded riots done by Antifa in New York. Antifa then went harder on Paul by harassing his family and his mother's business. Then they went on to get him fired from being a personal trainer, leaving him unable to get a job or make any money. He would then use the GypsyCrusader YouTube account to go against Antifa, as it was the only way he could go against Antifa without breaking the law. He would then become GypsyCrusader and start live streaming himself dressed as the Joker, as well as other characters like the Riddler and Mario, and talk to people on Omegle and other randomly selected video chat websites like Chat Roulette. He would go on these websites and talk to random people about his beliefs and, quote, spread the message. He'd also say all the gamer words and say his controversial opinions, causing him to get banned from YouTube.
I am the Riddler, but yet I am all out of riddles. I'm just going to be racist now. What do you guys think of niggle me this, Batman?
Yep.
What accounts for as little as 13%, but also half?
Jews?
The answer is, who is the riddle me this? I am loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but I commit half the crimes. Who am I? The answer is, who is the... If you turn off all the lights, will I only see the whites of your eyes and the whites of your teeth? Let's find out. Let's try. Turn off the lights. Let's see. All right, now give me a smile.
Joker.
Yes. Where's your 7-Eleven at?
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Bro,
where is your slushy machine?
No, he don't have.
Don't have slushy?
No, he don't have.
Don't have? What do you have? I don't want any of those people.
You're so political, you're homophobic, and you're on this?
Yes.
Just to tell everyone about it.
Yes.
Do you know how much people commit suicide because of you?
Good.
Hi.
What's wrong, kid?
I just got bullied for being gay.
Oh yeah? What's about to happen again?
He'd then also try other social medias like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and DLive, but he would end up just getting banned from those places as well. But he got to stay on Telegram, as well as smaller streaming websites such as Introphy, and I think another one called Gab. He recently made a few TikTok accounts, getting banned from them due to doing his stuff that I just said, but on TikTok. But he made another one recently, and he plans on actually keeping calm on this one. So he goes live on there a little bit, talking about like where he is and where he is on other socials and such, and also updating people on like merch sales and such. He also recently made a Twitter account where he goes live on and also tweets on. The ad for both his TikTok and his Twitter is at JokerWaffenGC. It's on the screen right now. It'll also be in the link in the description below. One thing I don't get is that why wouldn't he go to Kick if he hasn't tried already, or go to Rumble? These places allow a lot more, unlike other mainstream sites. I mean, if Neon can get involved in a hit and run and other people show themselves committing crimes on Kick, then I think GypsyCrusader is the least of their worries. But during the time of the Antifa harassment, he ended up moving to Florida after losing his job.
Well, I bit the bullet, man. I went out and I got myself a regular day job and I joined the Trump workforce. It's nothing serious, just pumping gas, but I needed something to supplement the coaching that I do, private training, and the journalism that I do, because living in New Jersey is just too expensive now. So I joined this. But I wanted to say this, two things. Number one, I'm working with my hat on, and the people really love it, and it's pretty cool. Customers are very friendly. And the other thing is, take pride in whatever job you do. No matter what it is, whether it's stacking shelves or you're pumping gas, or you're a lawyer, or you're a doctor, or whatever it is. Take pride in it. You're working, you're making money, you're independent, you're trying to make it in the world. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. You know, so I just want to let everyone know I'm all right and what's going on with me, and I hope you guys are doing okay, and God bless you.
Has been fired from Speedway because why'd they fire me, Theo? Why'd they fire me? Say it. They fired me because of basically the interview with the Muslim, the imam, and no, I'm putting a video. So they fired me for that just now, and I think it was more or less for wearing the hat. So there goes that. Happens. But you make sacrifices. It's all good. We'll get another job. There's other jobs out there. I met some great people. They're all really great people, so it's all good.
Which during this time in Florida in 2021, he got harassed by a neo-Nazi organization called the Adam Waffen Division. They harassed Paul due to giving the organization a, quote, bad reputation. A person from this group made videos outside of Paul's Florida house threatening him. He also made multiple call-in food orders and taxi calls to Paul's house, and even DDoSed Paul so he couldn't stream. DDoSing is a cyber attack, and in this case, it just made it to where Paul's internet wouldn't work, making him not be able to stream. On January 30th, police received calls about someone supposedly breaking into Paul's house, but when the police arrived, they found no one. Police were called several times after the incident talking about this supposed person breaking in and such. Paul would later leave his home for some time so the situation would calm down, as he also worried about his neighbor's safety. 2 months later, on March 2nd, 2021, Paul Miller would be arrested on one charge of possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. There were news stations that reported on this.
Now at 5:30, the 32-year-old man at the center of an FBI investigation in Fort Lauderdale is now in federal custody. Agents raided Paul Miller's home this morning.
Neighbors say they heard several loud explosions. CBS 4's Joe Murray joins us from Fort Lauderdale with the latest.
This all unfolded before the sun came up at this one-story wood frame home. The FBI not saying much about this man. We've learned he has a social media presence and that he has a criminal record.
Flashbangs going off about 6 a.m. I went outside to look. There was about 30 cars, people everywhere.
Sleepy neighbors in this Fort Lauderdale Riverside neighborhood startled awake Tuesday when the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force raided a home on the 1300 block Southwest 6th Street.
I saw him come out of the house. I saw some weapons being taken out, so who knows?
A little surprising. I wasn't expecting that, especially in the morning. It was a wake-up call.
This cell phone video shows a man being taken away in handcuffs. The FBI identifies him as 32-year-old Paul Miller. They say he was arrested for allegedly being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. Miller has a presence on social media where he uses a pseudonym GypsyCrusader. He sometimes dresses up and makes provocative comments. A check on his criminal record shows past convictions in New Jersey 12 years ago for attempted aggravated assault and drugs.
We see smoke reflecting in the lights, and also I could see the flashing light through the window.
Alexis Santos is staying next door and took these pictures.
They did announce themselves as the FBI. They said, "This is the FBI, come out with your hands above your head." They said something like, "Put that cell phone down, So I guess if the person was holding something, they wanted them to drop it.
The landlord tells us Miller just moved in about a month ago in a back unit.
My son maybe did a background check up on him and everything, and that's about it.
Miller's being held in the Broward County Jail. He'll have a court hearing Wednesday morning at the Broward Federal Courthouse. In Fort Lauderdale, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.
And Paul would later talk about this on a jail or prison phone.
It's hard for me. I'm a political prisoner. You know, it's scary, dude. I have to go. They're going to send me to prison. You know, there's nothing I could do about it. Help, but I mean, this really helps a lot because I have no one to do this stuff for me. I have no one.
Dude, I'll do anything.
So what you could do is, and again, I don't want to put you in any danger, you, your family, right? I don't want you to get in trouble or anything. So
I'm not.
But if you want to help, thanks, man. I appreciate it. So what you could do is, like, next time you come on, use a different phone, so you could use your phone to go into the Telegram chat, You understand?
Yeah.
And then you could either like record a voice message for me, and I'll tell everyone what's going on. And
I don't want to do anything that's going to get you in trouble. Are you allowed to do that?
I mean, I don't think they could really do anything to me for just sending a voice message, just telling everybody that I'm okay, and I'm not looking at that much time that they're saying, like, there's no 10 years, there's no 20 years, there's no 30 years, like, it's none of that. Don't get me wrong, they did threaten me with all that stuff, they did. And I was really scared for a while. I haven't slept much, I haven't ate much, I've lost, like, over 35 pounds in here.
Damn. Well, hey, I can put together a fundraiser and send you some money for, y'all have a canteen and stuff, right?
Yeah, I have a canteen. I'd rather you guys try to get the money to, like, my family somehow. But the thing is, the only way that I think you'd be able to do that, like, on the channel, I think my brother had a Cash App, but they banned it. So I don't know how to get the money to them. You know what I mean?
I would that won't get banned. I'll see if I can set one up.
What's that?
I'll see if I can set one up that won't get banned, and I'll put the word out. I'll see who I can contact, your admins and such.
Yeah, that would be the best thing to do. Is if contact the admins, they might be able to give you some direction. Show them the screenshot. Show them that you came to see me, so they don't think you're full.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And explain to them that Paul asked me to do this, and what they could do is, man, they'd have to try to get in contact with my family somehow. I don't know if I can't give you the information. Not that I don't trust you, but it's just like it's hard for me to. I don't know who to trust.
I totally
I don't know
understand,
who to trust right now.
The position you're in right now, I don't blame you for not trusting anyone. So don't even worry about that.
I don't know who to trust.
I'll tell them to get in touch with who they can and see if they can get message back to you said your brother?
Yeah, my brother Jack. And if they could try to get a message to him and let him set something up for donations, that would be really great. I'm gonna try to get him to be an admin on the big channel at some point. I'm gonna try to get him on there so that way he could control it. Also, I'll get my phone back hopefully after sentencing in September. So when I get it back, my family will have it, and then my brother will be able to do something. But that's 2 months away, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
I don't know.
You there?
Yeah, it probably will, right?
Yeah. But you said it's Gypsy Continental?
Yeah, the Gypsy Continental. I mean, whichever one is active, go in there, show them the screenshot, show them that you talked to me, tell them that I'm looking at from a year to 2 years, something in that range.
Okay.
It's not 10 years, it's not 50 years, it's not 30 years, it's not anything like that. But
I know it sucks,
man.
It's going to be a long haul, but that's great news from what we're hearing. That's fantastic. So, man, keep your head up.
Yeah, so I'm trying, man. It's real depressing in here.
I know it's depressing and it's bleak, but you still got a whole lot of love out here. I mean,
yeah,
you'll see eventually, but I wish I could show you. There's
maybe the next time you come on. What's that?
I said there's a lot of people waiting to hear what's up with you.
Thank you very much for doing this, because like I said, I have nobody. My family and my brother, they've been helping me out as best they can, but they don't want to get involved with the stuff online, and I don't want them to get involved with the stuff online. My girl's gone, so I don't have anybody to get these messages out for me. And I've been writing to some people who wrote to me in here. I wrote them back and try to tell them, tell people how to write to me if they want. And now I can't even do that. So I can't really get a message out. You know what I mean? I don't know really what to do.
I was gonna say, if you're not limited on these, I'll call you anytime where you want to get a message out. Just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I don't know if you could do it now on your phone to find it. No, it's all right, man. It's probably just, it's bad connection. You're in the car. It's all good. So look, if you want to help, the best thing you could do is, like I said, take a screenshot of me right now so people believe you. I'll let me put the phone down. Ready?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got it?
Hang on, do it again. All right, got it.
So what you could do is go to the Gypsy Continental chat, try to find it, and try to find the ones that the admins made, my admins.
Yeah.
There's the one that I made is shut off.
Okay.
And go there, show them the screenshot. Block your face out. Tell them you visited me. Tell them how they could visit me if they want. Tell them that they can't write to me anymore after the 22nd.
Right. Is that because of you?
Tell them. No, it's the whole prison.
I know that, but it seems weird that, they're saying for safety reasons. I think it's connected to you being there.
I wouldn't be surprised at all at this point. There's also rumors that they could be giving us tablets to use, and we'll be able to email people. I don't know how true that is. I'll have to wait and see.
That'd be awesome, though.
Yeah, that would be really cool if they did. I don't know how true it is, but I'll see. So let me give you the rundown real fast. I'm gonna take the plea agreement that they're giving me on Tuesday. I believe that I'll probably serve, if everything goes well, I'll serve around 18 months. If everything goes okay. I hope that's the case.
That's actually fantastic news. For us, because we're hearing horror stories, man. We're hearing that you're never gonna come out. There's no
that's not true. What's that?
There's no information. You're blowing up on TikTok. I see videos of your old content getting 400,000 likes and stuff on TikTok, and people saying we miss you, King, all that stuff, and but nobody knows what's going on. All the comment sections are full of any update, what's going on with Paul, blah blah blah. So I kind of did a little digging to see what I could find out.
No, I
trying to get your lawyer.
I have a lawyer. He's been paid, but I gotta pay my family back the money that they've used. You know what I mean? It's over $20,000 I have to pay them back.
Damn.
Yeah, man, my life has been ruined. I was trying to do everything I could for us, trying to help our cause, trying to help our people, and they just destroyed my life, man. They just destroyed everything. They blew up my house. They came with over 50 agents, tanks. They pointed guns at me. They threw flashbang grenades at me. What?
I said, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. They threw flashbangs at me. One of them blew up right behind me. They took my phone. They took my computer. They just they've ruined my life, man. They even tried to take my car, but they gave that back. And I don't have anybody, just my family. My fiance left me, so I don't have anyone to run the channel for me anymore. So it's just me. I know that some of my Jesus Christ, man, it's horrible. It's horrible in here, dude. It's really horrible. There's chats that you can go to. There's I don't know if you can look at it now. Probably you can't because you're on your phone. But there's the Gypsy Continental chat. They made a second one. My admins made it.
Okay, I'll Google that. I'll try and find it.
So if you want to go in there, and what you should probably do is, what you could do is take a screenshot so people believe you, and you block your face out. And you can say, listen, I went and I visited Paul, and this is my advice to you. If you want to help, do you want to help?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of why I was trying to, dude, you need money for your canteen? Anything I could do to help.
I mean, of course, I need a lot. I do need money. Like my family spent over $20,000 trying to get me a lawyer.
It was an FBI raid at 5 in the morning. They had thrown flashbangs in Paul's door when raiding his home, and they would end up finding a gun in pieces in a washer or dryer. Paul said he was fixing his gun, and when some family came over, he just threw it all in the washer or dryer so they wouldn't see it.
So you disassembled your gun and threw it in the dryer or something, right?
I had my gun in pieces because I was fixing it.
Oh, okay.
And it had actually happened kind of like the day before almost, that I threw it in the washing machine because I had family come over and it was like all in pieces and I just threw it in there. So it was stupid. They came over suddenly. I didn't want them to see it out there, so I just took it and threw it in there. And I forgot about it. And it was like literally like a day or two later that this happened.
This arrest also stemmed from an incident in July 17th of 2018 where Paul had a gun illegally, and on February 25th, 2021, he was indicted for the charge. It's so weird to me how the law works, because why is it 3 years later he's finally indicted for the charge? Like literally 3 years, 3 years, a month, and 8 days is how long it took for him to actually get like trouble for this charge. His first hearing was on March 3rd, where he apologized saying, quote, "I'm sorry for all this, I really am."
Putting that on the screen.
This is, I don't know what's going on.
Karen, is there some way you can
Yeah, there's an FBI person on the screen right now. FBI is dialed into this call, so we're aware of what's going on. I do see what's going on here.
I appreciate that, because there's no reason to have my client suffer this way. It's unacceptable.
Mr. Bott, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a person that I know who's online. His name is Jay Danks, and I just seen him twice pop up on the screen, sir. And he's a streamer. So I assume that people are trying to make a spectacle of me.
Mr. Miller, your lawyer and I have discussed the publicity in this case, and I'm going to ask the judge to remind folks who are on this call that it's unlawful to stream this proceeding.
I understand. I just don't want to be made into a spectacle, sir, any more than I already have.
We understand, Paul. The law, it will be followed in this case.
Right, and my family has suffered enough, everyone. I don't want to make anyone suffer anymore.
We appreciate that, Paul. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Bott.
He ended up getting a lawyer named Norman Kent and ended up getting denied bond during his bond trial on March 10, 2021. Then in June 22, 2021, he pled guilty to one count of each: possession of firearm, possession of ammunition, and possession of unregistered firearm. Then on September 28, 2021, he was sentenced to 41 months, which is 3 years and 5 months, with 3 years of supervised release. He then was released on July 31st, which meant he served around 4 months and 3 days on good behavior. USA Today sent questions to the federal prison officials, and in this they said Paul used the internet while in prison to, quote, harass people and sell racist paraphernalia. After this information came out, the Federal Bureau of Prisons determined he violated the terms of his imprisonment, and within days he was sent back to prison and re-released on July 2nd, 2023. Meaning that he was there probably around 5 months again. By the time this video is released, it'll be nearly the 1 year anniversary of Paul being out of prison. Paul Miller, in an interview for his Kickboxing, talks a tiny bit about his early life, saying that he was a troubled kid who got into some bad things. Then when he was trying to change his life around, he went into a gym and started training, starting his career.
Ready. Alright, what is your full name and nickname, if any?
My name is Paul Gypsy Miller. I'm from New Brunswick, New Jersey. My record is, Jesus, I don't even know anymore now. I think it's 7-6 or 8-5, one of the two, I forget. I've won 2 titles. I've won a regional title from the IBF when I fought Omar Fowler, and I won the WK Nationals in 2013 for the 175-pound Muay Thai Championship. That was cool. What else?
What camp are you from?
Oh yeah, I'm from the Institute. We're in Morganville, the Institute of Muay Thai. I've been here now for 2 years with Mike Burke. Probably the best camp that I've ever been a part of is here. I've been to 2 other schools, and I love this place. You know, these guys are my family. We push each other every day in training. You know, I haven't fought in a year, but I've been training with these guys that have been fighting every other month, and you know, they push me every day. You know, they're monsters. Every day I have to deal with them, and you know, I know I'm going to be ready for this fight.
What motivates you in the gym and in your fights?
What motivates all of us? You know, because we want to be more than what we are. To be remembered. You know, to be remembered for doing something great. You know, beyond that, I don't need any motivation.
How did you get into fighting?
I was a really bad kid. I did some really stupid things when I was young, and when I got clean and I fixed myself up, I walked into an LA Fitness and I found my first instructor, and I just ran with it. You know, it was fighting turned my life around. I could have went down a very bad path had I not found fighting.
How do you feel about your upcoming fight with Trinity?
Trinity, I'm very excited about. I'm finally going to be able to get into the ring. I've been trying to get back in there. Paul is a great fighter, man. Brother, he's an unbelievable champion. You know, he's fought some good dudes. He's over there in Thailand now training. You know, my video is not as cool as his. I don't have any birds chirping or fancy sunsets in the background. But he's a great fighter, though, and all jokes aside. I like him as a fighter and as a person. You know, but it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be awesome. You know, put on a show, man.
How do you expect the fight to play out?
I'm going to beat him. You know, Paul's good, and it's nothing personal. You know, I really like Paul as a fighter and again as a person, but I'm going to beat him because right now I need to show everybody that this is my time to come back, and this is the path that I'm choosing to be on, and I'm ready for it. That's it.
Institute. Gypsy out.
Yep, that's it.
There are some documented run-ins with the law. Starting when he was 18 in 2006, he would be charged with aggravated assault. There's no other information about this from my search. In the next year, 2007, he would have another issue where he ran into the law and got arrested and charged for possession of drugs with intent to sell. He served 180 days in jail and 4 years of probation. He had a visit from the FBI on May 21st, 2020. They went to his parents' house thinking he was there, as they tried to reach him and talk to him about posts he made online about a open carry rally. The 3-letter agents ended up saying he wasn't a threat and no further action was took. After Paul's recent arrest, he would return to Telegram with some videos and live streams talking about what all had happened since he's been away, and also talk about the future. He gave details about his personal life, talking about his dogs passing, his mother getting sick and dying, and his girlfriend leaving him during his time in prison.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to tell you guys, yeah, this is really me. I hope you guys enjoy talking to one another. I'm sorry, I must look terrible, but it's been a long 2 years. I mean, a year of solitary confinement and just a lot of shit. But there's a lot that I want to say. I just don't have the time at the moment to say it. But we'll get the show back running and laugh and joke again. I can't wait. And you guys got me through it. You, and never lose faith in God. God hears you. When you cry out to him in despair, he sends his angels And he sent all of you. You all know who you are. And I love you all. Thank you so much.
His mom is Mexican, by the way, which I thought was interesting because of his, beliefs about. And from one of the videos of his fights, it sounded like he had black people rooting for him. So that means that he, in the past, associated with black people. He also had told some stories about what happened to him while he was in prison, which one of them in particular is super funny, and I'll play it here.
Brooklyn, right? And it's horrible in there. Like, it's fucking absolutely out of control. Like, they're fighting every day, stabbing each other every day. So anyways, so somehow these got a hold of some like cooking pans, okay, like the flat cooking pans, okay. I don't know how they got them. They got them from the cafeteria somehow, like the mess hall. They got them, right? So these on Chicken Day, because Chicken Day, I forget what day it was, but there was a day that they would give you chicken, okay, and it was like the best meal that they can give you. So these got the pan, okay, got the chicken, okay, and then they made like their own breading somehow, and then they got oil in the pan, and then they lit a fire, okay. They put the pan. And I'm not exaggerating. This is 100% true. They put the pan on top of, like, toilet paper rolls. Like, the toilet paper rolls, the cardboard? They put 4 on each corner, okay? They lit a fire underneath the pan, okay? And they let the oil heat up, and then they were frying chicken in the tier, okay? In the pod. And I guess they don't understand the rises. And the whole tier fills up with smoke because the shit caught fire. The toilet paper rolls caught fire, and then, like, the oil spilled out of the thing, and there's like a goddamn fire in the pot. It fills up the whole, right? I remember I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden I see all of this smoke coming out of this. I'm like, yo, what's going on? The cops come in, like, everybody locked down, like, locked all of us in our rooms for like 2 or 3 days. We were locked in the rooms. We were not allowed to come out because these niggas can't help themselves but eat fried chicken.
But others were not funny, as he talks about being in solitary confinement for 6 months and talking about during his time being transferred to the prison in New Jersey he was supposed to stay at. He had to go to a couple of different prisons where one of them was infested with roaches and rats and there would be poop everywhere. He talked a little bit about the inhumane environment and also just some of how people acted towards him and just how people acted in general in these prisons. He's also been in a couple of interviews, though. A YouTube group called Meth Squad had about 3 interviews with him. The other 2 are no longer on YouTube. I don't know if you can actually find them, as their original channel got deleted. But after watching the interview that is still up, it seems that Paul was actually thinking about not returning to streaming after being released, but he decided that he basically didn't want the people who put him down to win. The interview is super interesting and helps see Paul as more of a person, and the interview talks more about Paul himself and not just his beliefs. It shows more of the human side of him. One thing I actually found interesting during this Squad interview was he actually did not agree with the Andrew Tate stuff, but also in a different interview he like references the Matrix and such. So it's kind of mixed there. I think I don't really exactly know. He also said in the Squad interview he wants to fight Logan Paul and Jake Paul and would fight Sam Hyde or even Andrew Tate, which I also thought was interesting to hear, and I would love to see that. There's also an interview with another woman, which she's also had some pretty popular interviews in the past, I think. But to go on, this other interview was really interesting and a bit more, as well talks about his story a little bit. And I just think these interviews are super interesting to look at because they talk about him and they make him seem more of a person, because a lot of people online just kind of forget. It's very easy to forget whenever you're talking to people online that's like an actual whole other person with their own life. So I think it's interesting to hear about Paul and hear him talk about his life before this. I think it's interesting just looking at, vlogs of him from before this whole change. Very interesting to see the human side of Paul besides the internet persona, GypsyCrusader. But to go to the present, GypsyCrusader, now like I said earlier, is still streaming like how he used to. He's using smaller websites called Entropy and I think Gab, now also using Twitter to stream. He also streams on TikTok, but it's just calm there, so he doesn't get banned. A little bit more, personified, like shows a little bit more of his actual calm self. He used to go wild on there, like how he usually does on his other platforms, but with the constant bans, he has now chilled out. Again, his TikTok and Twitter are Jokin' Wofford GC, which I will have in the description down below, so it'll be a link to his Twitter and TikTok. His name on Introphy is GypsyCrusader. He also is selling merch. It's some shirts and tank tops that say "Never Lose Your Smile" with a nicely drawn version of him on there. There's also some other things he was selling as well. He sells some other merch, not just these shirts. But other than that, he's up to his usual antics and posting clips of his streams on Twitter. Like I said before, he should try Kick and Rumble if he hasn't already, as on Kick, you can get paid to stream. I think you have to hit a certain limit and such, but you can get paid to stream hourly. So that would be good for him. And Rumble, and just like even just having a bigger platform in general, and then maybe making a switch to YouTube or a bigger platform, but maybe being calmer on there, maybe going back to his interview ways, or not his interview ways, but his reporter ways. I think that would be pretty interesting. I think Paul Miller and GypsyCrusader are interesting people. He has a story like a lot of people in life have. One extremely bad thing happens to you and it changes your mindset forever. The discussion of what if he didn't get into that combat sports career-ending injury, and the what if he didn't just go to the Proud Boys event that day, are good and interesting questions to ask and think about. Getting beat up, robbed, and harassed by terrorists, and also having no justice against these terrorists who beat you up, on top of losing everything and having multiple other downs in life, will make people simply break. I'd love to interview Paul, and it would be an interview that actually stays on the internet, as I would attempt to. I would let him say what he wants, but also at the same time have to censor it to some degree so it actually stays on the internet. But also, I like to just interview him because he's had some interviews in the past, but they've got removed off platforms. But whenever I emailed him, he actually denied my interview request very nicely. Me and him had a conversation on Twitter a little bit. He said that he doesn't do interviews anymore and never did any of this for the fame and only want to spread his message. He also said he didn't even want me to make this video, but as I see it, if anyone's going to make a video on him correctly and tell his story, it would be me. And especially in this detail and depth. It's interesting at times Paul will talk about how he doesn't like doing this stuff. As I talked about earlier, he said that he didn't really even want to come back, but he doesn't also want these people to win, which I understand why he thinks that way. He doesn't like being a meme, and he thinks that him being a meme is weird. He actually looks really down on it. And there's a side of Paul that I'd definitely like to get to know and ask questions about. The interviews that are already on the internet really show, like, him as a person and show that he actually, like, cares about things. Like, he really loves his family. And really, like, he seems like a caring dude. The interviews that I talked about earlier, there will be 2 interviews at least. They will be in the description below. And possibly any other videos that I couldn't show here. There's a video online, there's like 2, by this YouTuber, I can't remember his name at the moment either, that, like, showed a bunch of his clips together. Like, a bunch of his, like, clips of his live streams, of his, like, past, like whenever he used to do the reporting stuff. There's clips of that out there, but he had a bunch of copywritten music in the background, so I couldn't really use it for this video. I had to go look at other videos and try to find other videos and clips. They will be in the link in the description below, so there's some extra info. Feel bad, and I hate whenever YouTubers do this. They make you watch an entire video, or like they want you to watch another video. You know, it's just kind of weird. It kind of sucks because you came to this video for the lore and everything, but like I said, the interviews and other stuff is optional, but also very interesting. If you want to check it out, you definitely can. But it also does show him more as a person, and they're just interesting in general. But I feel like GypsyCrusader will calm down a lot as he gets older, and maybe try to move to bigger platforms. Maybe return to YouTube, like I said earlier, or maybe try to go to Kick or Rumble, and maybe go back, like I said, to being a reporter, maybe in where he lives now, as that stuff's still doable. I don't know if you get paid off Telegram or anything, but I mean, he has an audience for sure, and there's ways other than merch sales to monetize off that, such as, you know, verifying yourself on Twitter. He could do that easily. Going to bigger platforms, maybe doing a YouTube return, but actually, you know, calming down on there. But I do wonder what's next in the long run for him. I guess we'll have to watch and see and find out by spectating. because it's understandable he doesn't want to do interviews. I get it, but I really do wish that we could get a little bit deeper into him as a person, but maybe he doesn't want that. But thank you all for watching, and thank you all for the support. More videos will be coming out soon. If you like this video, I've done other videos like this on other people. I have a whole series on, a very bad person. I'm not going to, say the exact words, but the PDF file, they call them nowadays. There's also another one named Pyrocynic. I know I always recommend this video at the end of all my videos, but it's one of my favorite ones I've ever made. It's the one on Pyrocynical. It exposes a big YouTuber who, for whatever reason, sells a platform. And hopefully, a new video will be out in a week. I know exactly what the next video is I'm doing, and hopefully it just takes me a week to do. We'll just have to see, though. But I do mean to make weekly videos, or at least bi-weekly videos. I don't mean to be out for 2 to 3 weeks in between. I feel terrible doing that every time, honestly. So I'm truly am sorry, but hopefully the next video will be out in a week. I know exactly what I'm doing for the video. It's a recent drama and stuff that I'm going to go a bit deep into. Even though this video is probably putting me on a list, I still think it was worth it to make. If I disappear for a little while, just know the government took me. I've been arrested, or I'm being interrogated by the FBI, and I need you all to storm every headquarters. Donate if you wish, as I do have now a thanks jar, or I don't know what they call it, like a thanks button. YouTube takes 30% of that, I'm pretty sure, just so you all know, and also that anyone that donates will be at the end of every video, like a credit roll of some sort, like how every other YouTuber does it. But like I said, make sure to like and subscribe. More videos are on the way. Sorry for the delay in videos. Also check out the other interviews and stuff in the link in the description below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I always forget to shout that out. I do have a Twitter. I do talk on there a lot. You will see me on Twitter, okay? But make sure you follow me on there as well. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and
I'm still the king.